For most of our lives, we're hard at work. We're up till midnight in the library studying for a degree. We're learning a trade, building a business, writing a book. We have hardly a moment to ourselves. We don't even ask whether we're fulfilled. It's simply obvious that this is the bit that has to hurt. We fall asleep, counting the weeks until the end. And then, finally, one day, slightly unexpectedly, the end arrives. Through slow and steady toil, we have achieved what we'd been seeking for years. The book is done, the business is sold, the degree certificate is on the wall. People around us cheer and lay on a party. We might even take a holiday. And that is when, for many of us, a supreme unease is liable to descend. The beach is beautiful, the sky is flawless, there's a scent of lemon in the air from the orchard, we've got nothing unpleasant to do, we can read, loll, play and dawdle. Why then are we so flat, disoriented, and perhaps slightly tearful? Why are we so scared? The mind works in deceptive ways. In order to generate the momentum required to induce us to finish any task, our mind pretends that once the work is done, it will finally be content. It will accept reality as it is. It will stop its restless, persecutory questions. It won't throw up random unease or guilty feelings. It will be on our side. But, whether by intent or coincidence, our mind is not in any way well suited to honouring such promises. It turns out to be sharply opposed to, and even endangered by, states of calm and relaxation. It can manage them at best for a day or so. And then, with cold rigour, it will be on its way again, with worries and questions. It will ask us once more to account for ourselves, to ask what the point of us is, to doubt whether we're worthy or decent, to question what right we have to exist. Once hard work ends, there is nothing to stop our melancholy minds from leading us to the edge of an abyss we'd been able to resist so long as our heads were down. We start to feel that no achievement will ever, in fact, be enough, that nothing we can do will make a difference, that little is as good as it should be, that we are tainted by some kind of primordial guilt at being alive, that others around us are far more noble and able than we will ever be, that the blue sky is oppressive and frightening, and that doing nothing is actually the hardest thing we've ever attempted to do. It's as though deep down our mind knows that the ultimate fate of the planet is to be absorbed by the sun in 7.5 billion years, and that everything we do is therefore vain and futile against a cosmological sense of time and space. We know that we are puny and irrelevant apparitions. We haven't been so much busy as protected from despair by the use of deadlines, punishing schedules, work trips, and late-night conference calls. But now, with the achievement secured, there is no defence left against the might of existential terror. It's just us and in the skies above the light of a billion dying stars. There are no more 8:30 a.m. meetings, no more revision notes, no more chapter deadlines to distract us from our metaphysical irrelevance. We should, of course, be a bit kinder on ourselves. Rather than putting ourselves through the infinitely demanding process of idling, we should be self-compassionate enough to keep setting ourselves one slightly irrelevant but well-camouflaged challenge after another, and do our very best to pretend that these matter hugely, and we should leave no sizable gaps between them. Our work exists to protect us from a brutal sense of despair and anxiety. We should make sure we never stop having tasks to do, and never make that most reckless of all moves, retire, or embark on that next most reckless step, taking a long holiday.
How to Think More Effectively is a book about how to optimize our minds so that they can more regularly and generously produce the sort of insights and ideas we need to fulfill our potential and achieve the contentment we deserve.